Good morning, children. Now I am going to teach about the reproduction in animals. In the previous class, that is in 7th standard, you have learned about the reproduction in plants, isn't it? So you know what is reproduction. Reproduction is the continuation of the species, that is production of new generation from the generation to generation. It is being extended from the generation to generation. So it is the continuity of the species, we can say. So we see here, children, the process of living organism to produce the new generation, it's called as reproduction, or the ability of the individual or the organisms to produce the offsprings of its same species, it's called as the reproduction. Okay, children. So it is the reproduction, we can say that it is a basic life processes, one of the basic life processes. You know the different life processes, that is living things exhibit different features like respiration, growth, reproduction, response to stimulus, isn't it? So these are the different life processes, the metabolic activities that takes place in the living organisms, and one of the life process of the living organism is reproduction, that is production of the new generation, or it helps to continue its the species. That is called as reproduction. Reproduction, that is in the name itself, it contains that production of new species. Again, the production of that generation takes place from one generation to other generation. That is called as reproduction. In previous class, you have learnt about the reproduction in the plants, where you have studied that the reproduction is divided into sexual and asexual reproduction in the plants, isn't it? So in the similar manner, we will also see the reproduction as sexual and asexual reproductions in animals too. Okay, so first, to know that you should see which animals reproduce and how the animals reproduce their new generations. Okay, children. So how which animals reproduce the new generations and through which process? To know it, we should know the characteristics of the animals, as you have learned in the previous smaller classes, as oviparous animals and viviparous animals, isn't it, children? So what are oviparous animals? Oviparous animals are egg-laying animals. Yes, you know it, isn't it? So once again, I repeat this. See the board, children. What is reproduction? Reproduction is the process of living beings producing its offsprings. The process of living beings. So all the living beings have one of the characteristic feature, that is reproduction. What is the characteristic feature of the living beings? It is reproduction. The process of living beings producing its offsprings is called reproduction, and ability of can also be said as the ability of the organism to produce a new generation of individual of the same species. So reproduction is one of the basic life process, basic important life processes. It is essential. Why it's needed? Its need is for the continuation of species. For the continuation of species. Now we'll see about the viviparous animals and oviparous animals. So on what basis this classification is done, we'll see now. Okay, children? Yes, note down this. You know, children, that oviparous animals are egg-laying animals, and viviparous animals are the animals which give birth to the young ones directly, isn't it? So on this basis, you know that there are egg-laying animals and also the animals that give birth to young ones, isn't it? So you see here the questions: do all animals lay eggs? We know that some of the animals also give birth to their young ones directly. So we cannot say that all animals lay eggs. So the answer is no. All animals do not lay eggs, isn't it? As you know, for the examples, cow, dog, goat, sheep, higher animals in the higher vertebrates, they do not lay eggs, isn't it? So they give birth to young ones directly, except the vertebrates such as fishes, frogs and certain amphibians, they lay eggs, whereas the other higher organisms, reptiles also lay eggs, and aves also lay eggs. That higher vertebrates, human beings and other higher animals, they give birth to the young ones directly. Yes, are there any animals that give birth to the young ones? Yes, there are animals which give birth to the young ones directly, isn't it? So the next question you see here, children, how can we identify which animals lay eggs and which give birth to young ones directly? So which animals lay eggs and which animals do not lay eggs, how can we identify? We say that by observation we say that, do you say that they give birth to young ones and they do not give birth to young ones? Yes. So by observation of the external ears and the body hair, so the presence of hair over the body, external hair over the body, we can say that some animals lay eggs and some animals give birth to the young ones directly. So the animals which have the external ears and has the body hair over them, they give birth to they give birth to the young ones directly. Is it clear, children? So the animals which have the external ears and have the external body hair, they give birth to young ones directly. So that is presence of external ears. Presence of external ears. You can say the like a cow, buffalo, goat, sheep, lion, tiger. So they all contain the external ears, including the human beings, isn't it? So they contain the external ears and also presence of hair on the body. Hair, body hair. Is it clear? We can say that they give birth to young ones directly. From this observation, we can say that they give birth to young ones directly. Now I'll give the table for you. Now you should fill up the table with the organisms which have the external ears and the organisms which have the body hair on its hair on their body. Okay, children? First note down this. Now see the board, children, given certain animals and you have to write that animals which have external ears and animals that do not have external ears. Okay, write down neatly in your notes by seeing these animals, given the animals. Do you find hair on the deer? Yes. So you find hair on the deer, isn't it? So you find hair on the deer. First one, deer. Second one, leopard. Do you find? Yes. Leopard also have the hair. Do you find hair on the pig? Yes. Pig also have the hair on it. Fish? No. It doesn't have any hair on it, isn't it? You do not observe. And next, buffalo. It has hair, isn't it? And so you have to write under this column. Next, giraffe. Do the giraffe has hair? Yes. Giraffe also has hair on it. And the frog. Frog do not have hair. So you write here. Next, coming to sparrow. Sparrow has feathers, but it doesn't have hair on its body. So we write sparrow under this column. Next, lizard. Lizard also has no hair. Okay. Next, crow. Crow also has feathers but not hair. So you write here. Snake. Snake do not have hair on its body. So you write under this column. Next, elephant. Elephant have hair on its body. So you write elephant here. And the last one is cat. Cat also has hair on its body. So you fill up the table like this. So in the serial number column, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, isn't it? So you can even write in this manner by writing the serial numbers also. So this is the manner you have to complete the table. Now you will see that certain animals which have the external presence of external ears are present or not, and presence of external hair is present or feathers are present. So we'll see some of the other animals also and write the note on it. Okay, come on, note down. Now see the examples of some other animals, children. Cow, rat, crow, pig, fox, hen, camel, duck, frog, elephant, buffalo, pigeon, cat, peacock and lizard. So from this we can know, we can understand, so which animals lay eggs and which animals give birth to young ones. See here children, name of the animals you see. Presence of external ears are present in which animals, and presence of external hair. By seeing the animals, we have to observe and say whether they have the epidermal hair, that is the dermis, that is the skin. Presence of hair over the skin, epidermal hair over uppermost layer of the skin contains the hair in those animals should be written over here. So now we'll see the first one, that is cow and rat. Cow and rat. If you observe the cow and rat, we'll see that the presence of external ears are present for cow as well as rat. So you mark it as yes. And you also write whether it has the epidermal hair on the skin or the feathers. They do not have feathers, they have hair. So they have, you write here as epidermal hair on the skin. So we find epidermal hair on the skin for cow and rat, isn't it? Now the next one is crow and hen, that is hen. They are both birds, isn't it? Crow and hen. Do they have external ears? No, they do not have external ears. Do they have hair on their body? No, they have feathers on their wings. So you write feathers on their wings. They have feathers on their wings. Next category is pig and fox. Cow is completed, rat, crow, hen. Now these two, pig and fox, both have external ears. Yes, they have external ears. They also have hair on their body. So you write epidermal hair on the skin is found over these two animals. So next coming to the duck and pigeon. Duck and pigeon. They both belong to the same category, isn't it? Duck and pigeon. They do not have the external ears, but they have, as cow and hen, they do not have the external ears, but they have the feathers, isn't it? Feathers on their skin, on their wings. Feathers on their wings. Okay. The next one is frog. Now, frog, elephant, buffalo, lizard, isn't it? Frog. Frog has no ears, whereas elephant has ears. Frog has no hair on its skin nor feather on its wings. No hair, no feathers. No hair, no feathers, isn't it? And elephant, if you take elephant, they have external ears and epidermal hair is also present on them. Hair on the skin is present on them. Hair on the skin, presence of external hair on the skin is also seen for elephant. And you know about the buffalo cat. Buffalo and cat has external ears and also epidermal hair on their skin. So yes, you say yes for buffalo and cat, isn't it? Buffalo and cat has external ears and also hair on their skin. Okay, so this is how you are going to write about the animals, whether they have the external hair or you can here include the peacock also, as they do not have the external ears, they only have the feathers on their wings. Okay children, this is about the animals which have, some animals have external ears and some do not have external ears or hair on their body, and some have the hair on their body and also external ears. From this we can understand that the animals which have the hair on their body and external ears will give birth to young ones directly, and the animals that do not have the external ears and the hair on their body, they do not give birth to their young ones directly, but they lay eggs to reproduce their generation. So from this topic you have learnt about egg-laying animals and the animals which give birth to young ones directly and how do they reproduce. Okay children, so this is what you have to revise in today's lesson. So write the questions below this table also and read this topic today. Okay, bye. Thank you children.